Have you ever thought about growing your own blueberries? They have specific requirements, but they're not that difficult to grow, and I'm going to show you how to do it. There are 3 things that they need to grow successfully, and the first is acid soil. I'm going to grow mine in a pot, and I'm going to use ericaceous soil, which is acid, because sometimes people's garden soil isn't acidic enough. But if you wanted to grow yours in the garden, make sure you test the soil with one of these pH test meters, or you can use a pH test kit, but the soil does need to be quite acidic. The second thing they like is lots of water, which is why I'm going to use a really big pot, because small pots dry out much quicker, too quick for these things. So get yourself a normal ruler, put it up against your pot like that, and anything smaller than a ruler across the top is not big enough. And because they like acid soil, they like rainwater. So if you can get water from a water butt, that's perfect, but tap water is no good for them. So let's get it potted up. So before you put your compost in, you need to cover the hole in the bottom of the pot. Now you can use anything, a bit of cardboard. I've just got an old bit of broken terracotta pot. I'm going to place it over the hole. Okay, so we'll get our compost in the pot. Right, I've got plenty of it here. Pour it straight in. It's looking about right. And then ideally what you're looking for is to level it across like that. Depth of the pot about the same as that there. So once you've got your levels right, take it out the pot, squeeze it like that, upside down. There we are, look at that, comes straight out. Okay, and then just gently pop it on there in the middle. So then all we need to do is fill the edges with the rest of this compost. There'll be lots of air in there, so firm it down through there, look. Get that nice and level. And what you're aiming for is that there's a gap from the top of the soil to the top of the pot, like that. So when you water, the water stays in here, because you'll be putting lots of water on. Yeah, that's good. And then another really good idea to finish it off is to use some ericaceous mulch, this is just composted bark. It helps hold a lot of that moisture in, a bit like putting a lid on a saucepan of water. Make sure this bark doesn't actually touch the stems of this plant, because it's slightly above the soil level, and as it gets wet it might then start to rot those stems, so just brush it away like that. So these dwarf varieties are perfect for pots because they don't get too big. This one will only grow to about 60 centimetres, maybe 90 centimetres. It's a variety called Sunshine Blue. There's another dwarf variety called Bluetta, which will also do the job. And then the third thing they need, of course, is plenty of lovely sunshine. And the more sunshine you can give it, the more fruit and flavour it will give you. And one of the brilliant things, of course, is when it has loads of sunshine, in the autumn time, it gets a fantastic autumn red colour in the leaves. So it's not just about eating it, it's about how it looks really good as well. All right, so all it needs now is a good drink. Now, as I said before, they like to be wet, but don't go too crazy because they don't want to sit soaking wet for too long. So it's really just a case of checking, being vigilant, even just poke your finger into the soil just to feel whether it's wet or moist, and that'll do it. And then feeding as well, because it takes a lot of energy for a plant to produce lots of fruit. So an ericaceous feed every 2 to 3 weeks, something like that, through the growing season. So there you have it. So they need 3 things that you must remember: acid soil, lots of water, and lots of sunshine. And if you're going to keep it in the pot for 2-3 years, which you can do, then just refresh that compost every year so it's got enough nutrients to keep it going. Well, I personally love eating blueberries, and I'm very much looking forward to my first harvest. These are almost there. I hope you do too.